Hear me? When you combine the personal, I would say the most exciting moment in your life, when you are going to get married here in Jerusalem, when you combine it to your campaign, I think it's a statement. It's a statement about where your heart is. And your heart is not just by being Sigal's future husband, but your heart is also in this place of the world. And I think Israel is not just a symbol of a deep friendship between Israel and the United States. I think Israel is a symbol of moral values. And when we speak about fighting terrorism, the first thing we speak of is what are the values we're fighting for. And unfortunately, in this side of the world, values like equality, values like human life and human rights are not respected by our enemies. And Israel, just like United States, when it fights terrorism, doesn't carry just the right to defend itself. It also carries the right to say to the world, there are good guys and bad guys. Like I would say in the Reagan way of speaking, there is one side of the world that is doing everything in order to make the world a better place, and there is another side of the world that gets millions from the world in order to build more terror achievements and more ways to actually kill women and children. Few days ago, Israel was shocked from a funeral of a 4-year-old little kid, Daniel Tragman. All he did was he was trying to go away from the shooting area, that it's a totally legitimate area in Israel. Israel was totally shocked from the fact that a 4-year-old child is a target, is a terror target. And I think that throughout those 55 war days, Israel did everything in order to save the Palestinian children, in order to not go and intentionally hurt civilians. But unfortunately, our enemies don't see this value as something important. Every time they target a kindergarten in Ashdod, when they target a baby's place in Ashkelon, in Netivot, in Sderot, they mean actually to kill those little children. And as a young mother, I must say, we all have a goal to save our children, to save our future. And in order to do that, I would say United States needs Israel just as much as Israel needs United States. And I think that for you, the mission is more difficult because throughout the last years, it seems like the American government was trying to, I would say, make a compromise between two societies that have totally different values, Israelis and Palestinians. And while Israel really wanted to achieve peace, too many years of trying time after time, the other side, all we got is more and more terror. And I think that this paradigm must change. And since Yariv Levin, my friend, my colleague, said that Israel belongs to the Jewish nation, it's about time for America to support the idea of annexation of Judea and Samaria, because this is where the Jewish people belong. And I'm part of the people that think that the two-state solution is not a solution, it's a disaster. And we saw that in Gaza. Unfortunately, we paid with too many people's lives, and it's about time for us to rethink about real solutions in the Middle East. So I'm wishing you all the best. Please achieve all your goals in American politics, and I'm sure we'll remain this wonderful friendship that was created tonight. Mazal tov.
Very much. Good evening. I apologize because I have a really important commitment, which means a meeting of parents of my son's class, because he's going to Poland to see for a journey across all those places that we always hear about when we talk about the Holocaust. So he suffers so much because of my activities, so at least for that event I have to be on time as I promised him, so I apologize. Sigal and future congressman, I wish you all the best, all the luck. I think that there's no better place to start the campaign. I'm sure that you are in the middle of the campaign, but I think to start the campaign officially, there's no better place than Jerusalem, and there's no better place to do that near the walls of the ancient Jerusalem. And I think that it's even more important when you are doing that with the cooperation and the help of the municipality of the Samaria area. I think that this connection is something that is much more meaningful than just a support. I think that this moral support, knowing that you are doing the right thing by working with the right people who are doing on a daily basis what I think is really God's will, to settle in the heart of the land of Israel, to protect it, to make sure that all religions can come here, can pray, can visit their holy places. I think that all of that is something that is, may I say, a good sign for your future as a congressman, as we say in Yirtzeh Hashem, and I'm sure that your hard work will achieve it. I want to say something more. I think that we are dealing a lot with asking ourselves what will be the future of the Middle East. And in the Middle East, there are many changes that we see in the lasting, I think, 3 years, but especially, I think, on those days when just yesterday, those radical Islamists succeeded to conquer all the 50 kilometers along our border with Syria. But I think that we must remember that before talking about issues of security needs and issues of fighting radical Islam for democracy and all those values which are, of course, very important, I think that we must emphasize and start from the basis. And the basis is that the land of Israel is the land of the Jewish people. The land of Israel is our father's land. And we are here not because we have security needs. We are here because it is our home, because it is our heritage, and because it is our right to fulfill and continue what our fathers started here thousands of years ago. And I think that if you go back, rushing into your campaign with this wind of the Holy Land, of the land of Israel, and the support of people that maintain this linkage between the past and present, then you'll start and come to the day of elections with the best attitude, mood, support possible in order to achieve your goal, which is to sit there in order to continue with us this important work. So I wish you all the best. I'm again sorry for that I have to leave, and I hope that we'll meet there on the hill, Washington.
Just take one picture back here with all the...
There can be no more